rope call. Say I switched up, say I'm closed off. Wasn't friends back then, I don't know y'all. Remember you never bet on me then. Now you hear me sliding on my DMs. Heard you talking, you caught a little win. You been repping the kid like ever since. How you say you with me when you out there on the fence? If you really with me, ain't no thing as it depends. You can't take an L but wanna celebrate the wins. Can't take an L but take offense. I can't wait on nobody to catch up. I can't wait on nobody, I'm next up. I can't wait, ain't no time for no rest up. Stay to sleep for the week, let them weep, yeah. Look at what it made me, can you really blame me? All up in the group chat, talk like I'm crazy. They don't try to play me, couldn't let it change me. Now when they hear me, I don't know shit, I'm tone deaf to the broke talk. This is first class, this ain't roll call. Say I switched up, say I'm closed off. Wasn't friends back then, I don't know y'all. Remember you never bet on me then. Now you hear me sliding on my DMs. Heard you talking, you caught a little wind.
All right. I'd like to take this time, like I said, to welcome you guys to
Blow the damn whistle.
Yes, sir. Station 88 is in full effect, man. Let's get into it as we do. And without further ado, we're going to get into this thing. We are talking the trenches today. And without further ado, we got Zion Young starting it off. Who we got here for Zion Young?
Yes, sir. It's the Baltimore debt collector. We got Zion Young out of Mizzou. He's a senior, 6'5", 262 pounds. He's good. He's good against the run. He's real good against the run. He had 6.5 sacks this year. Watching his tape, like I said, he plays the run. He's very disciplined. He's fluid and he's very fluid. Getting in and out of his stance, out of his blocks. Sometimes he tries to switch it up with a 2-point stance. Sometimes he gets down in a 4-point stance. And he's real fluid, when they having him stunt and everything. But what I would like for him to work on, well, no, I'm not even going to say that first. He's really good against the run. He's a good pass rusher. And what I would like for him to work on more is developing a pass rushing bag because he has the bull rush down pat. I would like for him to develop more of a pass rush bag, some finesse, a swim. He has a good swim move, but I would, like him to get to the quarterback a little faster or whatnot. And what he does the least that I don't like is he allowed with him being 6'5", he has long arms and he allows, blockers to get inside his chest plate. So when and they get up on him. So when you having a leverage and everything, you're supposed to be able to fight in between off of blocks and stuff like that. So if he would work on that, he would be a very good pickup. I could see him going, between early to mid second round. But depending on his combine and everything, how he does and stuff, I could see him potentially moving up into the late first round.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Your guy is right there. If you had to take him in the first round, is he a day one starter?
He could be a day one starter. What he does the most, which is gonna get him on the field faster, is the ability for him to stop the run. But he's a run stopper turning into a pass. He's a better run stopper than he is a pass rusher. But he's starting to learn both, a little better than just being a one-dimensional type of defensive end outside linebacker.
You know who he remind me of? A name that y'all hate. Brian Burns. That Mikael Williams type of mold, because they 6'5", about 262. They both got that tall, lanky type of athleticism type of body to them too. I looked at this guy, I said, well, damn, that boy, he can stop the run. He's a bad motherfucker against the run.
And
Oh,
when you playing against a running quarterback, he's disciplined enough to not overcommit and play the full RPO.
okay. I fuck with him. Anybody got any objections to this man? Any y'all like him or dislike him?
I ain't got no objections.
No, you don't like nothing. So I'm surprised you ain't got nothing.
Mm,
Boy, this nigga don't like nothing. All right. Well, shout out to him. This is a guy you say late first round we should be looking for.
if depending on what he runs in the combine, his measurables and everything, he could go as late as he can go as early as a late first round, but I don't see him going past 50.
All right. Well, and I'm gonna put it like this right here. I like him. Let's see where he go next. Next up, we got Lee Hunter. Lee Hunter's gonna be coming up here. Who got brother Lee?
That's Omar, the person that's not going to tell you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear.
Ah,
So after looking at Lee Hunter, I really like this kid. 6'3", 320 probably is what he needs to get down to. I saw some reports he was upwards of 335 to 340 during his season. Older cat here, 23, played at started as a redshirt at Auburn, transferred to UCF for 3 years, then did his last year at Texas Tech here. Um, what I like about him is he uses his size. He knows how to use his size more than technique. He has good eyes and football IQ for a defensive tackle. A lot of D tackles can be so, engaged in a block that they let the running back run right past them. He's not going to let an offensive guard or center reach block him. He splits through those double teams and splits like easy work. Just this past season, he had 10 and a half tackles for loss. He has 32 in his career, and he had one in his first year at UCF. So the rest of came, his sophomore through senior year. He's not a true pass rusher, kind of similar to the Zion Young. He's more of a run stopper. He has a high motor, so he gets a lot of cleanup sacks. I would like to see him if he's not going to get to the quarterback. I would like him to get his hands up more. He only has one career deflection. I think in the next level, that'd probably be key to him is just getting his hands up. Um, some of the pro comps I saw him to were Kalijah Casey out of in Tampa right now and Tyleek Williams. What I got from him, and y'all can let me know what y'all think about this. When I turned on the tape, I saw an unathletic Dontari Poe, just somebody that's going to sit in the middle
Mm,
and he's not
mm.
he's not going to get bullied. I didn't just watch his highlights. I watched Texas Tech games. I watched Jacob Rodriguez highlights, and I watched what's the edge they got David Bailey, just so I could see what he was
Yeah,
doing on
definitely.
plays when I wanted to see what he was doing on plays where maybe he didn't make the play, but what his teammates were doing. Maybe rarely, I never saw him getting pushed down the field, at the center. Um, I think the key for him and where he goes is what he does at the combine. I see, like I said, some of you guys older than me. Terry Poe ran a 4.9 at 40 time, and then he had 44 reps on the bench, and that got him to a
Yeah,
top 11 pick.
Poe was a beast coming out. I think he
Yeah,
came from Memphis, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
he
University of
came from
Memphis.
Memphis. He was a
Yeah.
top 11 pick. And so I think
Hmm.
Lee right now, pre-combine, he's sitting, I would say, fringe second round, anywhere between 32 to maybe 45. But if he goes to the combine, I would say if he can run anywhere between a 5 flat to 5.2, and he put up, 30 plus reps on the bench, I think he can sneak his way into a late first round pick. He had a great senior bowl from what I read about him there. Um, we were talking about Cam Jackson before we went live. If we were to pick a guy like him, I'm starting him over Cam Jackson. I don't think he's a day one starter, but I'm giving him more rotational reps than Cam Jackson just because I think he's a little bit more polished than Cam Jackson is currently.
Okay. So as far as nose tackles, uh, from Texas Tech, if you had to place him amongst the best in this draft, where you see him at?
Yeah, he's consensus maybe the fourth the best one from what I've seen after I know you got the TJ Parker kid from Clemson, and there's like two other names. I think McDonald's in front of him. So I think he's anywhere between the third or fourth best defensive tackle. I think that's why he's going to fall potentially to the second round, just because there's some other names in front of him. But if there's a slip on D tackles, like as a whole, there, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he's the first defensive tackle off the board. If none of those other defensive tackles go in the early first round.
All right, all right. I'm gonna leave my reservations for Hunter Lee because I see him as a good starting caliber tackle in this draft, a solid guy. And where do you got him projected to go again?
I'd say right now, pre-combine, anywhere between 32 to 45. But like I said, if he can come out there and he run like a 5 flat to maybe 5.2 at 320, and he get on the bench and he put up 30 plus reps, then that's only going to shoot him up the boards. Like I said, he's just not athletic, but he is strong as hell. Like I've seen him put centers and guards on their ass multiple times. Just he may not even make the play, but you're not going to be able to run up the middle against him. That's how effective he is. He can play anywhere from 0 to about a 3-eye, I would say. He can do any of that. So you can line him head up. You can put him on an outside guard shoulder. He's real versatile. I saw he moved around on Texas Tech D-line this year. Like I said, he always ran in like a 4-2, 4-4 multiple front when he was at UCF and Texas Tech there. I think just not being a true pass rusher and then maybe some more names in front of him is why you're not really hearing a lot about him. But I wouldn't be surprised if we look back at this draft maybe 2 or 3 years down the line and you say, like, damn, Lee Hunter was the best defensive tackle from this draft.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to tell you like this right here. Next up, we got Caden Proctor. Caden Proctor, who has brother 6'7" over here?
I believe that's me. Blow the damn whistle. This is that nigga. Caden Proctor is him at left tackle. But I'm gonna give y'all a little sweet thing. They got Caden Proctor. I checked 3 different draft boards going to the San Francisco 49ers. If that happened with him with Trent Williams, he's gonna go to the right side and he can do it. At 366, that boy got some sweet feet. The only knock I got on him, I drop him, I get him 340, 335, something like that. This nigga put his hands on you, Q. It's a wrap. You're not getting up under his motherfucking pad as big as he is. You understand what I'm saying? You see, he got a kick step to be that big and gets out there. You can leave him on a motherfucking island. The nigga's a house. He's a big nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Just pretty big nigga. You know what I'm saying? Wide, strong, the whole package. So I know he can move the right. This is the best lineman, offensive lineman in this draft.
Yes, sir.
Hands down.
Yes, sir.
Hands
Yes,
the
sir.
fuck down. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir.
if he does go to San Francisco, you understand what I'm saying? See, all these guys around here is mayor. Oh, we do this, we do it. Do you understand how decimated they was across the line, across the everywhere? So you just solidify your 2 bookends. Do you understand what I'm saying? Brock Purdy, help is on the way. You understand what I'm saying? Help is on the way. If they do this, him, Chris, C-Mac, don't worry about nothing, homie. Cause that boy can pull too. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
This is the total package right here.
All right,
Don't
we
worry about
appreciate you there. Thank you, Goat, for that right there, the total package. Now it's your boy, and I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna explain this as thoroughly as I can. You're looking for a D tackle, and you're looking for somebody that could come and dominate at the line of scrimmage. You want somebody in the D tackle world for the NFL, 0 through 5. You want to know exactly what each guy and their responsibility is. And I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna break this down before I get into my player, Dante Corleone. You got 0 through 5 tech. 0 tech aligns head up over the center, responsible for both A gaps. The 1 tech aligns outside the shoulder of a center, responsible for only one A gap. The 2 tech aligns on the shoulder of the inside guard. The 3 tech aligns on the outside shoulder of the B gap, which is your pass rushing D tackle that you hear go talk about daily. Your 4 tech aligns on the inside shoulder, head up on the tackle. And your 5 tech aligns on the outside shoulder of the tackle. Now, I say that because I wanted to explain what each technique is. There are 5 techniques for a defensive tackle. In a 3-4, you have Dante Corleone, who is a smaller guy in height, in stature, but is strong as a damn ox. At 335 pounds, let me tell you something. This man has a dominant run stuffer possession bench with 485 pounds of strength. You seen this boy do this. Now, elite upper body strength is what they talk about when they talk about this guy. Quick first step, high football IQ, surprisingly effective in the pass rush production. Like I said, the man, he can get to the quarterback. Concerns is, like I said, his shorter arms, potentially standing too high off the snap. I went back and watched film on Corleone, and he's stout as a motherfucker. Nobody pushes him off. He controls sometimes double gaps. I watched this guy as a monster in the middle, but the problem with him is his team, the rest of his team sucks, so he has to play a lot of cleanup for everybody else. I watch a lot of the tackles who beside him miss tackles, and he has to go over there and clean their shit up. Like the player go beside him, and the running back will run right by that tackle, and he'll have to get off of his tackle and go and make a play. Corleone is a 0 tech and a 1 tech nose tackle in the NFL, but he is going to expect it to be highly sought after for a 3-4 scheme because of how his 335-pound frame is immovable. You can't move this nigga, man. He was supposed to come out last year, but he didn't. And I guess that's because there was so many defensive tackles. This guy's a part of that stuff. When Goat used to talk about that COVID draft that you would hear so much, he's a part of that crew that's supposed to came out last year and the year before. He's supposed to be a part of that crew. This boy right here, his first step is surprisingly quick for a man his size. Man, let me tell you something. This is a late first round pick with this guy right here. I think he's a sleeper. I don't think nobody should knock him for his height. His height is 6'1", but so was Aaron Donald. I mean, goddamn, 3'35", he's strong as an ox. You might have something in this man. He's your 0 tech. As you see it on the screen right there. This guy right here, if I had to go and draft and I wanted a D tackle, this is who I'm taking for my team. I like him. I like him. NFL comparison is Jordan Phillips.
Mid-second round?
No, they got him as slated as a first round. A late first round pick.
Okay.
Sir,
you say you like him as a
draft
pass
projection.
rushing D tackle?
I like him on the interior of stopping, pass rushing. He can do some of everything. So he can play 0 tech and he can play 1 tech. You get what I'm saying? He can do 2 of them, 2 different positions. Y'all still there?
I was reading what you had on the screen, his rankings.
Oh, they got him mid-late first round. He's the number 8th D tackle in this entire class. So looking at this, and I can put it on the screen for everybody. His strengths, he's super athletic. He made the freaks list at number 16. His power is something special. He benches 485. He squats 605 and deadlifts 700 pounds. God damn.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'll make another little prediction that I don't think this draft right here is going to be a little wonky. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's gonna hit us with a big surprise. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna be some dag. I wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? Type moments
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
first
yeah.
round, being that the
Mm-hmm.
quarterback position is so weak. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna have maybe some of them D tackles or something like that slip.
Mm-hmm.
Man, go.
I see a
Check
lot of
this out.
trades.
They say with
Yeah, yeah,
his
yeah.
his hand usage, he utilizes technique like the slap rip to beat blockers,
Hmm.
aiming for thumbs up, hand positions, secure the breastplate. They say his pass rushing moves, he used speed and power to breach the pocket, such as the three-step counter. Gap control. He maintains responsibility for specific gaps, A or B, to stop running plays.
Yeah.
The motherfucker, I like him. I like him at 6'1". He stay low.
Well, yeah. Well, see, if when you in the interior like that, if you can get
Mm,
low and cause the pile, and those seams never form. You see what I'm saying?
mm, mm,
Running backs don't have lanes to run in. They have to bounce it out. Then you run into my corners, my safeties, my linebackers. You see what I'm saying? That open up
mm.
open field tackles. So I mean, leverage is everything on the inside.
Yes, sir. So I think if you at the late first round, probably early second round, you take your time, and he may fall to the early second round. I doubt it. I think somebody gonna recognize his strength, his ability to get things done, and they gonna go after this guy, and they gonna make sure that like I said, he's not somebody that you're gonna be waiting around to see where he gonna go on the second day like that. He gonna be
Hmm.
off that board quick.
Like I said, I see some surprises happening. You know what I'm saying? In April. That's all
Hmm.
that's where I'm coming from. I see some surprises happening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we got. I don't know how to pronounce this nigga name. Go ahead, D'Angelo.
Don't worry about it. I've been practicing, goddamn it, for the last couple of days. I said, goddamn it, you gonna give me this motherfucker? You can barely pronounce his name, but I got it. Yeah, we got a Ola. Y'all listen to me now. This is how you pronounce it. It's
Man,
Ola Vega Olani. Ola Vega Olani. And this guy right
He
here,
okay.
got
man.
7 syllables in his motherfucking name.
Yeah, he got. I don't know. Yeah, he got a hell of a name. I tell you that. But yeah, I'm gonna call him Vega Olani. But Vega Olani, man, this guy here, out of Penn State, 6'4", 328 pounds. He's a good athlete. And I'm not the guy that sits down and break down your interior O line and whatever. I ain't no expert at that, but I know what I'm looking at when I'm looking at film. So I watched a couple of games of this dude, man, and what I see, he's a great pass blocking guard. Pass blocking guard. When I say he's real good, when you go back and look at his numbers from college, man, he 3-year starter. His sophomore year, he played over 600 snaps. Junior year, played the whole year. This year right here, he only gave up one hurry, no sacks, one hurry. So I mean, playing in his league where he played at the Penn State, I mean that's damn good. I mean, because playing against those defenses in the Big Ten. What is that conference? Goddamn, I can't even keep up with the conference now. What's the name of
Big
that?
Ten.
Big Ten. That's what I thought. Yeah, Big Ten.
Yeah.
So yeah.
SC.
Watching him, man. Good pass blocking guard, but where he struggles at, man, and I don't think he's on our radar personally. I don't know how, because I mean he's predicted to be a late first, early second round guard. He's actually the number one guard. But where he struggles at is his pass. I mean, I say his pass, but his run blocking. When you look at his run blocking, man, he if he has any weaknesses, his run blocking. Not that he's a bad run blocker, but when you look at his power, he does not play with power. He's more of a finesse guard. I mean, with some work though, with some experience, I think he could get a little stronger. He has great hand placement when he is doing his pass blocking, going through his pass blocking. He has great hand placement. But I think he struggles with his power game. So I think him being a great all around guard, that's still some work. But right now I see true guard. He is that number one true guard. Like I said, I don't see him on our radar because I don't think guard is that where he's going to fall. I don't think guard is our need. So but overall a pretty good player in my book.
Was he primarily right or left guard?
Left guard.
And crazy enough, I first heard about dude. I think this might have been an ESPN mock. They had us getting him at 19 if he's potentially dead. That's why I was going to ask Goat and
Oh, for real?
D'Angelo. Yeah, like how would, or I mean, guess to anybody, how would you guys feel? I know we don't really want to go offense
Hmm.
in the first round, at least not a
Especially
playmaker or
not
receiver.
guard. I mean, maybe tackle guard. I
You
don't see
crazy?
us
I'll take a first
guard.
round guard any day.
That's why I said,
Get
and I might
get that
put.
motherfucker at
but
right
let me
guard the
tell y'all
fuck
something.
up out of there and go on with Lewis
Let
No,
me
and
no,
tell
draft
no.
us
y'all
We,
something.
somebody like this right here. It's
no.
cheaper.
Go
This is
ahead,
what I
go.
want. This is what I'm telling y'all. You got 36 guards, top 36 guards in the nation that's rated at 81 or better. So do you see what I'm saying when I say you're gonna
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
steal in
You
this
can get
draft
a
right here?
steal in the
So
fourth, fifth round.
thank you, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's got a starting grade on him. 30.
Mm-hmm.
You got 36 guards. Now I mean offensive linemen from guard to tackle to center to center. Now tell me we don't need a motherfucker center that's rated 81 or better. So you can pick up shit. You might could double dip at the position
It would be smart to
and
do
get depth.
because you losing depth. I don't think Brady was on a 1 year deal and he got injured again. So I don't know how long you want to stick with Brady. I think Corbett needs to be gone. Kate Mays may be out of here. So those three linemen right there. You got Robert Hunt coming off an injury. So I can definitely I wouldn't be mad at the investment, especially if we're getting a top offensive lineman. Like if we sitting there at 19, ain't no linebackers there, ain't no wide receivers there, tight end gone or whatever, and you like at best player available, and they either offensive tackle or offensive guard, I wouldn't hate it. I
No,
would
no,
not hate it.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm a hate. We take a guard at
Yeah,
19. I ain't even gonna lie to
it's
you.
not
Yeah,
sexy, but for the long
that's what
term,
I'm
it would make sense because CJ.
No, 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 no. I don't think
I
so.
think
Uh.
there's value in the third round though, Omar.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
understand what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oh my, nah.
This mother,
Hell no.
this
Yeah,
motherfucker
like
pat with guards, man. This motherfucker
And
pat
he
with
not
guards.
even like I said. He's slated as the number one guard. But I mean, what we do best is we want to run the ball, and that ain't his strength. And he's a number one rated true guard. But his strength
Yeah,
is pass blocking, not run blocking. He struggles a little bit. I'm not saying he's bad, but if he has a weakness, it's his run block. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even think he would fit us. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't for taking no damn guard in no damn first round. Me personally, I'm gonna be
you
honest
Dan,
with you.
but D'Angelo, when you play around with guards, that's how you end up with niggas like Zavala who ain't did shit in three
Well,
but
that was
years.
just bad. That was bad scout. That's bad scouting. There's been plenty of great guards, Omar, coming out of second, third, fourth round. You got to get. That's where they come at. Yeah, that was just
But
bad
you,
well,
but
scouting.
like
You
I
know what I'm
said,
saying?
hey,
you got to have an eye
Omar,
for it. You got to have an
you
eye
remember
Yeah,
on
how we
who's going to
got
yeah.
fit
You're
your
right.
you
You're
system.
right.
remember
You're
how we
right.
got
You're right.
Chandler Zavala? Chandler Zavala
Because he was
called
begging. Yeah, right. He begged us to take him.
and said, "Don't
Right.
forget about that nigga."
Right.
You
Don't
know what I'm
I
forget
saying?
do
We
about
remember
him.
got
that.
come on, bro.
He sold his damn self. Yeah, hell no. What round we got Trey Turner? Trey Turner was third round pick, right? Second, third round pick.
Yeah,
I
but
have to look at, yeah, I
that's what
remember
I'm saying.
this.
As far as interior guards right here, third, fourth round, you getting a second rounder.
Right.
Yeah,
They
he
plenty
was
Right.
a third
plenty of
rounder,
interior.
D'Angelo.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
anything, you got abundance of in this draft right here, interior guards.
Yeah, because I don't think even if we draft the guard, I don't even think he's going to be a day one starter because you still got Hunt and Lewis. But I'm
Right.
thinking
Right.
Lewis. Just my biggest thing is I want us to stop having holes, not having no plans for holes. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have a future right tackle plan right now. If something was to happen to Taylor Moen, we shit out of luck.
But
And so
see that's the thing, Omar. If we took a tackle in the first round, I'm not gonna be. I mean, I understand, but guard in first round, no. But now you
okay,
tell me tackle, yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna frown at that because I understand what we need at tackle. I understand the position that we in with Icky at tackle and Taylor Moton being on, the other end of his career, the late end of his
Yeah,
career. So I would understand that.
exactly. Where we at, Q?
We got my man right here for Brother Leo, which is Emmanuel Pregnon, 6'5" guard. Talk to me, Leo.
Yes, sir. Yes, I called right on time. But yeah, my man, he ready to go. He been playing a couple years. He been in college for like 6 years. But if you look at the film of him and Icky in school, you will see similarities. The dude is a beast. He on he's a mauler. He's a first round talent if somebody was willing to draft him in a late first round. But he's a really good player. His comp is some individuals that people might not know. There's a guy named Jackson from Miami. But then they also said his other comp was, guess who? Robert Hunt. So
Shit.
yeah, the dude. If you look at the film on the dude, he's a mauler. He's an athletic guy. He could deadlift damn near 600 pounds. Like, I mean, it's nothing to him. He's a big guy, and he's agile, and he has good counter moves. And he's a really good pass protector too, if needed be. Like I say, if you look at Ike Ekwonu film, look at my man in school. The only difference is that he's been in school 6 years, but he's a really good dude. He's a really strong person. He's a really good athlete.
So Leo,
Yes, sir, brother.
why he had this been so long?
Well, he went to University of Wyoming initially. It took some time. He went to Wyoming, and then COVID stuff happened. Then he transferred to USC, and then from USC he went to Oregon. But it took some time for him to develop because he was like he didn't really get no offers coming out of school, and then he went to Wyoming, and then Wyoming he improved himself. So it was a work in progress. But he's a starter right now in the NFL. I ain't gonna say he's gonna make the Pro Bowl his first year. He could, but according to what they say and what you look at, he's a starter in the NFL right now.
Oh wow. They talk about his journey from being a 2-star prospect to a national award winner when it comes to his physical development and work ethic.
The dude put in the work. Like I say, he made himself good. He made himself into what he is.
Yeah, and let me elaborate on because we're trying to learn people. Excuse me, damn. We're trying to teach over here. When you say 2-star athlete, that usually means he probably came from a smaller high school, and therefore, when you talk about going to these D5, Power 5 schools and stuff like that, the practice regimen and the film study is different when you come from the smaller high school because they don't have the resources.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A lot of the things that these bigger schools do. So you'd be like,
Well,
oh shit, we didn't watch no film, or we didn't do this and do that.
Most schools like Oregon go after 4-star, 5-star recruits. You get what I'm saying?
So yeah, when you're like not to say you go to these little motherfucking schools, like say like a Julius Peppers was you know what I'm saying? From Bunn, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Wilson.
No, Julius ain't
Nash,
no
Southern Nash. He went to Southern Nash.
Yeah, but that's still little. You know what I'm saying? Small school.
Yeah.
Small, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Small community.
Yeah.
But he was just this freak of nature. You know what I'm saying? So it not the star really a lot of time don't matter. It's just it's the population of the school size and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? What about and then it boils down to program. If y'all get what I'm saying.
Yeah, because
Yes,
if you
sir, I
see
got
when
you.
he went to better schools, he got the better training, the facilities, and then he made himself into somebody. But the
It
dude,
sounds like he was a raw prospect, like you said, coming out of high school, probably just a big kid.
yeah,
Knew he needed some development. Went to Wyoming, went to USC, and then, like you said, Oregon he was able to put it together.
yeah, he's a late. I ain't gonna say going in the first round. He might, but high second round, and he gonna start to immediately because there is no real flaws to his game outside of say he too aggressive, like they say Ikem Ekwonu was in school, and
What's
they
his
say
age?
man, I don't know his age. I'm sorry, but I don't know his age.
I'll look up his
He
age.
got to be at least like 24,
He
going
has
on
26
25.
6 years. He had to be there for a little minute.
Yeah, he got to be at least 24, at least minimum 24 years old. Minimum 20. But he, like I say, Somebody get him, they put him in, he's starting. You know, and they say the comp is Robert Hunt. So Robert Hunt, before the injuries, he was a really good player.
That's a hell of a damn comparison. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That dude, he is ridiculous, man. He can get upfield. He throwing people around. They say he's a little too aggressive, but you know, that's not always a bad thing.
I'm looking him up, man. That boy done been somewhere everywhere. He went to Wyoming. He started in Wyoming, went to USC, then he transferred from USC to Oregon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
God damn.
He done been around, but see, when USC to Oregon, he just chasing the money.
Probably money and
NIL
playing
money.
time. Because you probably got sold. He probably got sold a pipe dream going to USC from Wyoming. Hey, we're gonna make you a
Exactly.
starter, make you a solid backup. You get to USC, you realize I'm a third stringer, and now Oregon calls and say, hey, we got a bag in the starting spot for you. That's what a lot of these kids doing. Which I know can't be mad at these kids. They want money and they want to play.
Yeah, he made himself in the stomach because he going to the NFL in late day one or early day two. He going to the NFL.
Yes,
I
sir.
know
We
you said something
appreciate you for
earlier that it's like I definitely think it's going to be a lot of trades and surprise because there's talent in this year's draft, but I think it's going to be talent based off of what your team needs. And so if there's a player that you may really like and he's sitting there, I can see a lot of teams trading up or trading back waiting to get guys. I think it's going to be a lot of trades in the first round.
Yeah,
Because
it's
there's not a
ironic
whole
you
like
say
you said,
that.
not a lot of QBs
You
and
said
all the
first
talent
round.
feels like
I'm
it's on the
thinking,
same level. It's just what you need, really.
yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah,
later rounds though, Omar. I'm thinking movement
Yeah,
in the later rounds.
I feel like I agree with Goat Omar because I mean you don't necessarily see a lot of trading. Only time you see a lot of trading, we want a lot of quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Good quarterbacks in the draft in the first round. But due to the fact the quarterbacks are so weak this year, I don't see a lot of trading early in this draft. But I could
I
be
think
wrong.
if you have it depends if you have guys like Caleb Downs falling out of the top 10, Ruben Bain, you know what I'm saying? Those type of guys where they were projected to be top 10 picks, but maybe just fall. I can see teams maybe potentially in the late teens coming up to get them type of players.
I
it's
saw a
ironic.
mock draft where Ruben Bain fell to
There you go,
Carolina at
Q.
19.
Yeah, I
That's what I
seen
was
that
about
too,
to
I
Q.
say.
said,
I seen that
damn.
too, Q.
That's
Yeah, I
what I was
seen that
about to
too.
say. They say Carolina
Yeah, I
gonna
seen
trade
that
up with
too.
Miami and
Yeah,
draft
I
Ruben
seen that
Bain.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
in pick 11. I seen that yesterday or
How
the
would
day
y'all
before
feel about
yesterday.
Ruben Bain? I'll tell you, I'd be smiling from ear to ear if
I
we
like
picked
Yeah,
Ruben
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 Bain.
Bain.
Bain's he's a
I like
phenomenal
Ruben Bain.
player, man. He's a phenomenal
He,
player, man.
he's I ain't gonna put him in the category of Miles Garrett, but he has that stocky
Potential.
build.
Yeah.
Yeah, that potential. You know, he can do both. He can stop the run and his ass
Mm-hmm.
can rush the pass.
You want to
Yeah.
know what I love about him, D'Angelo?
What's that?
Is he profitable? Think about the biggest character in fucking Batman, Bane.
Mm-hmm.
You could
Yeah,
use
Oh,
that motherfucker and
yeah,
market his ass off all day long. Every time he get a
Hold
sack,
up, hold
put that
up.
yeah,
nigga with
They
the
didn't want
mask
no
on.
hero. We
yeah.
already
that's a
had
good point.
Spider Man, and they didn't want to pay him.
They ain't
Well,
want to play
Bane is
Spider
a
Man.
villain. Bane a
They don't give
villain.
a fuck about. They don't give a damn about marketability around this motherfucker. No star power.
Okay, all right, okay. You better go get Bane, goddammit, if he there.
Yeah, Ruben
You're
Bain is
gonna
a
have
good
to.
player.
I don't see Bane following us for real. No, I mean we trade
Oh,
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
they
trade
talking
that
up.
about
Yeah,
trading
motherfucker
but
up.
talking in the Bane voice.
Bane falling to 19. I don't see that
No,
happening.
they say Carolina trading up to 10 with Miami to get him.
Yeah. No, I know. I seen that,
Oh, you
Leo. But
saying okay? You saying yeah?
I've
Hell
seen
no.
a draft like you just said. I seen a mock draft where they
That's the
had
one where it
Bane
dropped
falling
down to
to
19.
19. Yeah, he fell to
Nah,
19.
no, sir. Nah, not out of the. I don't see him being out the top 10. But if they,
Top 10, right? I don't
yeah,
see him falling out top 10. But
nah, that dude, good man. That dude,
hmm
you can't block him, and he got so much speed and power at his size.
right.
You know, I feel like this
He
when
built.
you
That's what I'm
watch
saying. He
Ruben
kind of
Bain.
built like Miles Garrett. He built like
Yeah, he's
Miles
just a little
Garrett.
exactly, just a little shorter. If you watch Ruben Bain play, he played his ability is effortlessly. Like it's looked like he's not putting forth much effort because of how talented
hmm
he is. But somebody
hmm
like that's a good player, you know. So, but I don't see that happening as far as coming to Carolina. But I wouldn't be mad at general manager trading up for him because he's a really good player.
Hey, go read
Yeah,
that
yes, sir.
comment.
Where we at?
336.
You safe over here, Goat. Only over here. Okay, okay. Got it. Got it.
He's referring to
But,
you
but
and your superhero where you say nobody don't want no fucking superhero.
yeah, nobody want no superhero.
Well, they took
Hell
They
no.
took Superman, didn't they?
Yeah, they took Superman too. They ain't want
Yeah, yeah.
Superman either. We had
Hell, they
Superman and
turned
Spider
Luke
Man.
into Clark Kent.
They talking
Yeah, they
about
Yeah,
did.
Superman.
you are.
Superman couldn't even wear a hat around this motherfucker.
Right, right.
He said, "Wear that."
Hat,
Oh
he had to
man,
dress up like Medea.
Super, Superman put his Versace pants on. They lost their mind.
Yeah,
with no
Y'all
socks
remember?
on.
You remember he had the Versace pants on Super Bowl
Mhm.
in 2015 when he Super Bowl outfit had the tight ass Versace pants on.
but see that what I'm saying is the nigga has so much star power and shit like that. Now that's a whole segment before a football game. Watch these niggas come in and see what they got on. You understand what I'm
Go,
saying? I ain't
but go.
saying
You
he's
right though.
starting.
Go,
Y'all
but
use
go.
the
You
originator of
got to
that.
win though. Go. I hear you, brother. But in order to get a pass, brother,
I
you
feel you.
got to win.
I feel you.
Shout
I
Yeah.
out
ain't gonna
to
say that.
Caden
You
Clutch in the
exactly right.
chat. We did Caden McDonald first. He's amongst the top of the top, the cream of the cream. We did him about 3 or 4 shows back. So just go back and watch our breakdown on Caden McDonald. He was already been breaking
Yeah.
down.
I
Yes,
seen
sir.
something too. I seen something earlier today, guys. And I said, "Damn, I could see that happening." Where we ain't gonna sign. I've been saying we ain't gonna sign Rico back, but I seen, which makes a lot of sense. Well, I don't want him because I think he's a little overrated. And that's Rashad White. Have y'all seen that? Us signing Rashad White
Where
if
the
he got
hell you be
ties.
seeing this shit from? Where you see this at?
Yeah, I seen it earlier today on ESPN. Had us predicted to sign Rashad White because
I
he
can
had
see
his
that. He
best.
used to. That was his boy when he was at Tampa
Yeah.
Bay.
Today, right. Tampa Bay, he had his best season
Yeah,
up
he
under
did.
Dave Canales. He
He
had the
could
best
catch
season
and
up under.
run.
Yeah. I said, "Oh wow, that could happen." I don't want him, but I can see that happening.
Okay.
Yeah. He could catch and run. I could see that happening. I could see that happening definitely though. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna listen in for a
Yes, sir,
second,
Leo.
but
We getting
I
up out of
appreciate you
here.
letting me call in briefly. But I'm listening. If I get a chance to call back before y'all get off, I'll talk to y'all another time.
Oh, okay. You won't,
Yes,
but
sir.
we'll holler. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. Look, like I said, we building this thing on up with Station 88. Week in and week out, we're gonna break down the players. We starting from 1, and we could go all the way to the end of the draft. So we got from now to the draft time to bring these players to you as we see fit. We're gonna tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, the where we project them to be at every single week right here on Station 88, and we're gonna start doing some mock drafts very shortly. So without further ado, we'd like to take this time to welcome each and every one of y'all here to Station 88.
Blow the damn whistle.